Or they try to.
Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Business Virgin. I'm here with my co-host, Josh Maher, and Marc Shein of Atlantic Territories, owner, principal of that business. And to continue talking about Marc and his real estate, brokerage, tenant service business, there's a lot of big companies out there in the industry. There's, multinationals, global leaders. What separates your firm from some of those firms, and why should our listeners, when they're looking to make a change, reach out to you?
That's a good question. Those firms obviously are very good at what they do, but the difference that we offer is though we're full service, and there's a reason why we're full service, we are strictly a tenant representation firm. Those bigger firms, the bulk of their revenues that are generated are from landlords. If you're looking for downtown office space, they're leasing 100,000, 300,000 square feet of a building. A bulk of their money, obviously, their allegiance lies a little bit more with the landlord. Even if they're working for you alone, what happens if they bring you to that particular building, or if they're going to another building, they may want to gain that business as well. So I think their allegiance lies mainly with landlords, sellers, owners. We are strictly tenant rep. Where we're full service, where we may sell a building, is if I've helped someone purchase a building, it's dispositions for them.
Sure.
So that's but we're strictly, and I have given that business away as well, because I don't like to muddy those waters. So I'm strictly working for tenants and
no
doing things.
And
there's no conflicts of interest, and it's really their everything's in their best interest.
You're providing that personalized service also. When people come and work with you, they're working with you. They're not going to have, well, I met with you, I'm going to hand you off to my subordinate or associate. He's going to help you out. You have that personalized service, which a lot of business owners respect and want to work with just that one key person.
No, that's true, and especially that's especially true when we're dealing with another small business or medium-sized business. If you go to maybe some of those big firms, it may not represent enough money for the senior representative there. So they are usually partner up with a senior guy and a junior guy, and technically or invariably you'll be talking to the junior guy, and are you getting the best service? Maybe maybe not. I don't know.
How do you? It seems potentially from the outside anyway that it might be more of a one-off business in the sense that I help you in your negotiation, your transaction, and then kind of move on to the next one. In the next one, what do you do to maintain relationships? And for yourself, I would imagine the people over time, you want to continue to keeping an old customer is a lot more cost effective than necessarily going out there and finding new ones. What have you done in your business to maintain and build on relationships that you already have?
Well, that is, I think, the way maybe some of the bigger companies handle it. And I shouldn't even say the companies, but a lot of sales, people make that mistake. What we do is we like to be your liaison, the tenant's liaison to their landlord throughout the entire lease process. So once you move in, again, something that businesses need to realize is this is a contract that you need to abide by, and there are certain triggers in this lease that represent certain actions by a landlord or a tenant, and we'll give you a breakdown of what those important dates are, and then we'll make a phone call a week prior, a month prior, depending on what that action is. Hey, don't forget, you have to let them know you're going to renew your lease or renew your option or whatever it may be. So we try to stay with them. Should they have a problem with a landlord, he's not owning up to his bargain of the deal, then we can come in, and a lot of times they'll speak to us. They'll be more apt to speak to us than they're.
So you've made it over the hurdle of getting up and getting going. Where do you go from here? How do you continue to grow the business?
Yeah. That's such a hard thing for every business. It becomes, for me, what I found is how much more do I want to invest? And it becomes a money, a money thing for me. Do I need to hire another analyst? Do I need to, hire another salesperson? It's tough, but you're right. You get to a point where you can only do so much with what you have, and then if you want to grow, you have to invest and hire good people. And that's it for me. Is I'm certainly ready to take that next step, hire some more people, and build this business. But it's got to be with the right people. It's got to be people that think the way I do and want to really help.
And I would imagine for you, it's hiring people that you can trust to do their job, that allows you to do what you do best, which is be with clients, market the new clients, help them, solidify and build that relationship, and move that relationship forward. So definitely always a challenge for businesses and of all sizes, especially with smaller businesses that have more limited budgets than your larger companies. So definitely can appreciate that. And sound like some great stuff we heard today here. Appreciate you coming in. We'll wrap up that segment with Marc Shein, Atlantic Territories. Go to www.atlanticterritories.com. Come to the PittsburghBusinessVirgin.com to check out all 3 segments with Marc. Really fantastic stuff. Appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Good stuff.
Thanks a lot, Marc. Also follow us on iTunes.